Good morning, children. Now, next topic what we are going to take is percentage. Okay, what do you mean by percent? Percent, it means per hundred. Per hundred means, suppose if I take x percent, what is the meaning of it? Its meaning is x by 100. Now, if I take 5%, what is the meaning of it? It is 5 by 100. Okay, so it is 5 by 100. Suppose if it is, how do we calculate percent? Suppose we say that 5% of 300. Suppose if this is the question asked, right? 5% of 300. Understand the thing. What is 5%? 5 by 100. Is it not? 5% means 5 by 100. Of means into 300 as it is. Right? So this is the meaning. 5% of 300 means 5 by 100. Of means into 300. So now what is that? This is in the numerator. So now two zeros, because multiplication you can directly cancel it. And please remember, if it is plus you can't do it. So 5 threes are 15. So how do we write the conclusion? Therefore 5% of 300 is equal to 15. So this is how we are going to write it. So thus now what is meant by percent? Percent means per 100. Per 100 means divided by 100. If you say x percent, it is x by 100. 5% means 5 by 100. Now suppose 5% of something. What is something? Here we have taken an example 300. So 5% means 5 by 100. Of means into 300. Zeros cancel. So 5 into 3, 15. Thus what we will write? Therefore 5% of 300 is equal to 15. 5% of 300 is equal to 15. Now sometimes you will be saying that there is a gain percentage, or there is a loss percentage, or increase in percentage, or decrease in percentage. So what is meant by that? Okay, so now let us see the increase in percentage. Increase in percentage. I am taking the shortcut of it. Increase in percentage. Suppose if I say that there is a 5% increase, there is a 5% increase in size, or whatever it is, in size. So that means when nothing is given, please children remember, when nothing is given, we will always take it to be for 100. So for every 100, how much is increasing? 5 is increasing. So what will be the final value? Suppose if I take as initial value as 100, initial value is 100. Suppose if I take initial value as 100. Now 5% increase means what is that? 5% of 100 means what? So 5 by 100 of 100, is it not? Of means brackets also, that is multiplication. That is equal to 5. That means for every 100, what is that? It is 5. Now what is that? Is it increase or decrease? Now if we talk about increase, what should be done? Increase means to the initial value. What is the initial value? 100. That percentage, whatever is you are saying as an increase, should be added. So therefore what we will write? Therefore percentage increase means initial value plus percentage value. So what is initial value here? 100. Plus what is the percentage value? 5. So that means it is 105. 105. So directly also you can do this one. So you have taken so many steps, no? So directly also you can take. Suppose 5% increase. 5% increase is the question. 5% increase. Directly we are saying 5% increase means for every 100 there is an increase of 5. That means what will be the total? The total is going to be 105, is it not? 105%. For every 100 there is an increase of 105. For every 100 there is an increase of 105. So therefore an increase of 5, finally you will be getting 105 as the result. For every 100 an increase of 5. So total will be 105. So directly also you can do that. Okay, so this is how you have to understand increase in percentage. So whenever it is increase, first find the percentage, then add to the initial value, then you will get an increase, like means what is the final value. Okay children, so this is, and the shortcut here is, suppose it is 5% increase, that means 105. Okay, if it is 5% increase, you can say 105. 105 of, suppose if I say 105 of 100, means 105% of 100. So 100 get cancelled. So directly you are getting 105 as the answer. Directly you are getting as 105 as the answer. So this is a shortcut. Directly you can do it. Suppose 130%. If the question is for 130%, let me write it here. Suppose it is 30% increase. 30% increase. So 30% increase of 500. Let us suppose 30% increase of 500. That means what is happening? You have 130 is the thing for every 100. 130 for every 100. So 130 divided by 100 into 500. So got cancelled. So thus what you will get? So 500, 5 3s are 15, 5 1s are 5, and 1 here is then 650. So what is the total? It is 650. Total is 650. It is only to understand the concept I am telling you this. So directly also you can do this. This is like, it won't consume any time and you will get the direct answer whenever something like, what is the result after an increase of 30% of 500. So if the question is asked like that, what is the final value, then you can do it directly. If they say only the increased value, what is the increased value? 30% of 500 only. What is meant by 30% of 500 only? What is meant by 30% of 500 only? 30% of 500. See, so that means it is, so 500, 5 3s are 15, 150. So what is the increase? Increase is only 150. You can easily compare. See, final answer is, after increase how much we have? 500 plus 150 is 650. Now if the question is asked only to find the increase, increase is only 150. Right, after increase how much do you have? That means 500 plus 150 is 650. So you should know the difference what you have to use. Right, when you are using shortcuts, no, it is better you think before you start doing or applying in the shortcuts. Okay children, so what is the traditional method? You have to say 5% increase in size. First find out 5% of 100. So what is that? 5. Then now for final value is initial value plus change in the percentage. That one you are doing. So this is the most traditional method. This is the most traditional method. And but the shortcut also you have, and that shortcut is 5% increase means total is 105. So you can take 105 of 100, of 100 is 105. And we took another example also here, 30% of increase of 500. So what is 30% increase means? For every 100, 30 is increase. So 130 is increase. The total is 130. 130 out of 100. We are not going to take 30 out of 100. 30 out of 100 if you are taking, it is only to find out how much is the increase, not what is the final value. When you want to use the final value, so you will take 130 directly. 130 by 100 into 500 is equal to 650. This is the final value after increase. If you want to know only how much is the increased value, only increased value, you will take only 30 out of 100, 30 by 100 of 500, which you will get it as 150. Okay children, so please take the concept into the mind. Take the concept. Okay, so now pause the video, copy this one, then next this part. So now percentage decrease. Very easy, isn't it? When we have discussed percentage increase, you said that value, whatever is increased, has to be added to the initial value. Decrease means subtracted from initial value. Now suppose we'll do in both the methods, direct method, that is traditional method, as well as the shortcut. Okay, so now let us take that 20% decrease. 20% decrease, 20% decrease of 500. I am taking directly of 500. So first of all, what is meant by 20% of 500? What we are taking? Only 20% of 500. We are not considering the decrease part. We are not considering the decrease part. 20% of 500. What is 20% of 500 is equal to 20% means 20 by 100. Of means into 500 as it is. So this will get cancelled. So 20 into 5. So that is 100. So what did we get? 20% of 500 is 100. 20% of 500 we determined. Then now we have to apply decrease. So total value or the final value is equal to, what is that? Initial value, right, plus change in percentage. Change in percentage. So now you may say that initial value is 500 plus change in percentage. It is a decrease. Therefore, we will give a negative value to this. Decrease means minus 100. So plus of minus is minus 500 minus 100, which is equal to 400. So or directly you can say minus change in percentage value. By there you have to remember minus is because you are doing it as decrease. So therefore this is how you have to find out the decrease, percentage decrease. So now let us see directly how to do it without doing so many steps, how to do directly, right? So now shortcut. So what is the decrease? 20% decrease. Decrease means, what is the final? 80% is final, is it not? For every 100, 20 is decreased. In every 100, 20 is decreased. So 100 minus 20, which is equal to 80. So that means 20% decrease means, what is the net decrease? What is the final one? It will be only 80% is remaining when 20% is lost. How much is remaining? Only 80% is remaining. Therefore, we take 80% as the final. So therefore, final value is equal to 80% of initial value. Very good. Final value is 80% of initial value. Why are we taking 80% of initial value? Because 20% is gone as a loss or as a decrease. So therefore we are left with only 80%. So hence 80% of initial value. Now write down 80% means by 100, of means into initial value. What is the initial value we have taken? 500 is the initial value. So therefore into 500, cancel the zeros. 5 into 8, 40. 5 into 80 is 400. So we got the final answer directly. Can you see the difference between these two? In traditional method, you are first finding out what is meant by 20% of 500. Then you are applying in the formula whether it is increase or decrease. If it is a decrease, you are taking negative value and then determining the final. And whereas in shortcut you say that 20% is lost, means it is gone. So we are left only with 80%. So 80% is the final whatever we have. 80% of initial value is what we have. So 80%, 80 by 100 of initial value 500, which is equal to 400. Isn't that very interesting? Very interesting. Please children, use your brains whenever you are listening. Think by yourself. Everyone will have one's own approach of taking the subject. You take in a very clear and simple manner into your brain. That helps you in solving the problems. Okay? So pause the video for a moment and copy it down. This is a traditional method and this is the shortcut. Now let us see the example. As like from exercise 5.1, it's not an example. I'm taking a direct problem from your textbook. 12th problem I am solving, right? So what is the problem? How does the problem read? So there were 2075 members enrolled in a club. So what are the initial number? 2075. During last year, this year enrollment is decreased by 4%. Decreased by 4%. Initial value is 2075. Now decreased by 4%. Right? Then, now what is he asking? Find the decrease in enrollment. He is directly asking one point is, what is the decrease? And how many members are enrolled during this year? That means what is the final result? Right? So two things he is asking. So we'll go by traditional method only because two things can be determined. Okay. So let us go for the solution. Solution. Now 4% of 2075. What is this 4% of 2075? Decrease in enrollment. Decrease in enrollment. Right? So let us find this part first. 4% of 2, that is equal to 4 by 100 of 2075. 2075. So what shall we do now? Shall we cancel? Yes, let's go with 5 table. 5 2s are and 5 20s are, 5 4s are, then 5 1s are 5, and then 25 5 5s are. So 415. Again with 5 table we can go. 5 4s are 20. So 5 8s are 40, and then 1 5 15. So 5 3s are 83. 4 4. So therefore 83. So what is the decrease in enrollment? 83 people were decreased. So therefore 83 people were decreased. So the enrollment was decreased by 83 people. Enrollment was decreased by 83 people. Now what is the second part he is asking for? B bit. A bit we did now. That is decrease in enrollment directly. What is the decrease? Decrease is by 4%. That's all. We are just finding the 4% of 2075. We got it to be 83. So 83 people were decreased. That means enrollment is decreased by 83 people. So now what is the second part? Second part, how many members are enrolled during this year? So this year, what is the total? What is the total? Last year minus decrease, is not? So therefore, this year's enrollment is equal to last year's minus decrease. Yavish or plus of decrease. So therefore last year's how much it is? 2075 minus what is the decreased one? 83. So 5 minus 3 it is 2. Then 17 minus 8 9. This 9 comes as it is here. Already one gone. So 1992 people. So this year's enrollment was 1992. And last year's enrollment was 2075. And what is the decrease? Decrease is 83. What is this 83 in terms of percentage? 4%. In terms of percentage, what is the decrease? 4%. Is that clear, children? So now pause the video. This is the problem. Solution of A part. Then solution of B part. Now the next problem, that is 14th problem. Very interesting, of course very simple if you understand it. Right? Taking the concept into brain is important, into the mind is important. Now points P and Q are both in the line segment AB. First of all, let us draw the line segment AB. This is my line segment. Let me suppose that this is my line segment AB. Right. And see, I am not in a hurry to put P and Q. Let me see where they are located, how they are located. Right. So now he is saying that, and on the same side of its midpoint. Where are P and Q located? Yes, he said that on the same side of its midpoint. Let us take a midpoint of this. Let us imagine like this. This is the midpoint. That means equally these two are divided into two equal halves. And now he says that P and Q are on the same side of the midpoint. Are there any other things which are given, like which one lies first? No. P divides AB in the ratio. He just only gave the ratio. So let me take P to be this and Q to be this. Okay, I have P and Q on the same side of the midpoint of AB. This is how I have to first draw my diagram. Right, now then let us proceed to read the problem now. P divides AB in the ratio 2:3. P divides AB in the ratio 2:3. This is my point P. This is my point P. 2:3 ratio. That means this is 2 parts. And this whole thing is of 3 parts. That is the meaning of ratio, is it not? This is in 2 parts and this will have 3 parts of the whole 5 parts. So therefore, what I can write? Therefore, in solution, right? So I can write AP and PB values now. What is the AP value? AP value is 2 parts out of 5. 5 of total. What is the total? AB. Isn't not? That is what is called finding the ratio values. You are distributing the ratio into how? The total parts are divided into 5, where AP takes 2 parts and BP takes 3 parts. So total are 5. So AP takes 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 of the whole. The whole is AB here. 2 out of 5 of the whole. This is AP is equal to 2 by 5 times of AB. Right. Now let me write BP value. So now BP is equal to, what is BP is equal to? 3 out of 5. Is it not? 3 out of 5 of whole AB. So from the problem, I could come to a conclusion. What are AP and BP values? What are AP and BP values? Now let us see what happens with Q. Now what is the Q? And Q divides A and B in the ratio of 3:4. 3:4. Now let me draw the diagram here. So AQ has 3 parts. Now Q is dividing this into 7 parts. And now this QB is of 4 parts. QB is of 4 parts. So let me write down for Q now. AQ is equal to, what is AQ? From the picture, what is AQ? AQ is equal to 3 out of the total 7 parts of the whole. So 3 by 7 of whole. Right. Now similarly, now let me write BQ. Let me write BQ. What is BQ is equal to 4 out of 7 of the whole AB. So now I got AP value, BP value, AQ value, BQ value, all in terms of single variable AB. Because AB is not given, children. Here AB is not given. He didn't say. What is he is asking? He is asking us to find out AB. He is asking us to find out AB. But he gave us a chance to solve it. How? If PQ is equal to 2. If PQ is equal to 2. Now the point here is to find out PQ. This is PQ. Okay, I will redraw the diagram here like this. Like this. Like which will be very convenient for you. This is A. This is B. Right? This is the midpoint. This is P. This is Q. Right? So now this value we know directly. It is not in parts, but it is directly 2 centimeters, or it is 2. So my PQ is equal to 2. Maybe it may be, let me take it as centimeters so that it will be clear for you to understand. So PQ is equal to 2 centimeters is given. I'll take here also. PQ is equal to 2 centimeters is given. We know this one. Now we have to find out this. Right. From the problem, what do we know? We know this value. We know this value. Right? Right? And then as well as we know the whole value. What is that value? AQ also we know. We know AQ also. We know AQ also. So I know AP, I know AQ. Right? So therefore, can I find something like AQ minus AP is equal to 2? Is it not? AQ minus AP is equal to 2. See, why am I taking this? Why? Because in AP you have AB, in AQ you have AB. So when you eliminate AP and AQ directly, you will get AB value. So come on, let us see whether we are going to get this or not. So now, but what is given? AQ minus AP is equal to 2 centimeters. AQ minus AP is equal to 2 centimeters. Why? Because PQ is equal to 2 centimeters. Because PQ is equal to 2 centimeters. That is very much understood, is it not? So now let us substitute in the place of AQ. What is that? 3 by 7 of AB minus what is AP? 2 by 5 of AB. 2 by 5 of AB is equal to 2. Is equal to 2. Very beautiful. So which property we can apply? Distributive property. So take AB common. I am taking AB common here. Now first term is left with 3 by 7. Second term is left with 2 by 5 minus 2 by 5 which is equal to 2. This is my equation. This is my equation. So now what we have to do? Within brackets we have to solve first. How is it? Denominators are different. So therefore you have to take the LCM. LCM is 35. So cross multiplication 15 minus 14 which is equal to 2. So therefore I got the next step to be AB. 15 minus 14 is 1. 1 by 35 is equal to 2. Let me do the rest of the problem here. So it is something like AB into 1 is AB divided by 35 is equal to 2. Or transpose 35 here. AB is equal to 2 into 35 because here 35 is in division. When we transpose it to the RHS, it will become multiplication. So AB is equal to 70. So therefore you got the result. Therefore AB is equal to 70 centimeters. Beautiful. AB is equal to 70 centimeters. So children, here it is your job to visualize where the points are, what are given, what we should determine, and then only you will be able to come to a conclusion. Okay, so repeat the video please. This problem, everybody listen again from the beginning and then pause the video and copy the notes, right? Problem. To understand what is given. So till here it is given only. We should understand what is given, that should be understood by us. This is the solution part. Okay, so please do the rest of the problems. There are total 14. Some of you have posted only 7 problems and some of you have not even done one problem. So try to complete the exercise. See you in the next class.